reaching out for me. Do I ever cross your mind? Anytime I miss you. Larry said to make one more. Yeah, this feels different though. Can't quite put my finger on it. Perhaps I'm doubting certain things right now. And I have been in regards to this. When I had him, there was nothing else that wasn't seen about me. And it does count, you know. The way you are seen is the weight for or against you. So when people say things, generalizations, what has Larry always taught me? Generalizations in general are dangerous. Must be strange, me speaking about him the way that I do after I disappeared and disappeared and disappeared. Speak of him the way I speak of my son. There is no greater love than those two. There is nothing. I learned to hide very well. And I learned to take the hits, the awful things that were said and seen. And they were awful in the beginning, and he explained to me all along why, what for. But he is not the only teacher. But he is my main teacher. And I get it, the dilemma in the minds of those who seek answers. Why now? I get it. Well, what does it matter? I was always just a white woman. Never deserving of the wisdom that she possessed deep within. You know, people like me have been born many times. Many scapegoats will never get the attention that I've gotten. Many gifted scapegoated people will never get the attention that I've gotten. So I don't feel sorry for myself. I know better. I am so blessed and so grateful. So I take the hits because I'm strong enough to. I know how to weather them. And I know how to create storms when it is time. I say all the time how grateful I am for my enemies. And I am. The only way one could understand what I'm speaking of as if they've gone through this level of challenge. And this, what I've gone through, isn't new. It's just new to you. It's new to this kind of man. It's new to the modern world, but the kind of challenge that I've gone through is fucking old. It's as old as time itself. As archonic and archaic as it is old. It is the oldest of schools in this place. I took this tonight from my office. I didn't really pay attention. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't think of it. It was clipped to one of my shelves where I keep all my things. This has had a very significant meaning to me for a long time. Longer than I know, and deeper than I think I can conceive of now. But all things in due time. Understand justice will prevail. I forgive everybody who judged me for things that they hated about themselves. It's like I said in that video to all the assholes at the Green Mill, including my family. You get the lesson. That's all I need. What path I've walked, it ain't new. It's old. It's just new to you. It's new to the modern world. It's new to this age of man, because this age of man thinks it's so great until it faces its maker. And Mama just assured me the maker is certainly on its way. How can that be true when I said we already took Enlil's head? As above, so below. Too late, folks. As the 31st closes in, I know certainly the truth. I never raised my son to hate his father. Not once. Not once did I speak of him like that. Out of everything, that is the most offensive goddamn thought. I told him the truth all along, the appropriate truths at the appropriate ages, that his father, much like Tupac, much like Kanye, much like many others who don't get close enough to the light to get burned up by the goddamn light in this place, are something else extraordinary. And they're not the normals. They are not the motherfuckers who are clay people, the people I speak of, who do not have any sort of empathy or consciousness. They only are what the world says they are. They are not what we are. They have to earn it. And until they earn it, they don't deserve any respect. And that is a fact. That is a fact not set by me. Again, above my pay grade. You know what I mean when I say that? The piece of shits that I have been raised around. It's not my enemies. My enemies, they are worthy of a little more respect than that. But they only will get what is due. Nothing more. And the snakes, the children of the corn that rattle away, getting high, running around wishing what was. They will pay too, but it will be appropriate, and it will not be what my feelings are. Because my feelings, like yours, are temporary. Only the ancestors here know. And those who do not believe in ancestors do not belong in this video. I don't care about those who do not believe in ancestors, because you don't know the rules. Not the real ones, only the ones that have been given to you by money. The children of the corn, the rattlesnake, the city snake, the three-headed dog, the darkness that hides within the light. I never once told my son that his father was a piece of shit, not once. I told him the truth. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be angry. There's times that I'm gonna have to tell you the truth about our relationship. It's gonna be complicated, and you're gonna look at me a certain way. You're gonna look at him a certain way, but you have to look at the truth. And that truth is what it is in this place. I never forgot, but I had to go on because the only thing that mattered was that little boy that I gave birth to on April 16th, 2004. I am not my mother. And I'm not any of you. I am not that weak. I am not that pathetic. I will suffer every embarrassment, every fucking word thrown against me over and over again for being as different as I am. I don't care. The only thing I've ever cared about is that kid. I have never told him that his father is a piece of shit. Not once. I told him his father was special. I told him that his father was something that it's going to take him time to understand. But ultimately, in this place, what his father is, it's really hard to build those fragments back together. And I know. But we had to go. We had to get away from him. And we had to get away from my mother, too. That evil, venomous bitch. Laura is Lorik. But Lorik is better. I didn't ask him. He told me one day that he started telling the people that he works with who respect him to call him Lorik, and I didn't ask him. I had a sense of something about it that made me feel proud. And it is bold to put this all. Everything I've done is bold, but see, I'm not a coward. I've said that many times. I understand. I understand why you hide. I understand why you have to bury what you are. But this, well, this is where I'm going to use my white privilege. God damn it. I never once raised my son to hate his father. I never once raised my son to hate his bloodline. I made sure that he understood that the most powerful thing within him came from that side of the family. But not too far behind with certain things within me too. My son respects me because I'm worthy of it. Because I ain't what this world is. I don't care what it has to say. It is bold to make these videos. It is bold to say the things I've said. It is bold to put myself out there like this. But the motherfucking reason why we are headed towards transhumanism is because you motherfuckers won't be human. I have never agreed with conformity, nor have I ever given a fuck about people and trying to fucking what's the word I've been thinking about all day? Not conformity. Conformity counts here. Composure. At some point, composure is conformity. You dumb motherfuckers. The Joker is the precursor to enlightenment. It's true. I've always looked at Darius like he was a maggot. Why do I bring him up right now? Dig deep. Remember every time I questioned or challenged or it was far too open or corky. Remember that I did it by order. It takes a long time to build what I've built. So what is happening to me if you can't understand it, at least know this. I never raised my son to hate his father. I didn't raise my son to hate that side of his family. I explained it to him because I understand. I even understand my own family. I even understand the weakness of Dave Gemolo and everybody at the Green Mill. I understand it. That doesn't mean that I'm going to change what my ancestors tell me about it, about this modern world. That it is weak, childish, insecure, immature, and not worthy of any kind of respect. Certainly not the respect it gets based on image, based on nothing. I am proud to be what I am. I always have been. I've only ever played the role. And what I was challenged. But it was challenged by worthy adversaries. It was challenged by big tech. It wasn't challenged by you. I never gave you motherfuckers that. Because I always saw through you. I knew I had to drop the ball every time my talent started to rise, and one of you pieces of shits would recognize I was worthy of investing in because I needed to be seen as a joke. I always knew. I have no problems burying myself for them, for the future, for the gifted, for the others like me who would hide, who were so much greater, so much better than, who weren't cowards, for the Tupacs and for the Loriks. When my son told me that he started being called Lorik by his peers, I did not ask him because I knew that was between him and his tribe. His tribe, separate from mine, but with mine. We are interconnected. Unfortunately, that's above your intellect. And that's all you get. I never raised my son to hate his father. Not once.